Mission Lab is a design studio within Quest to Learn. It's comprised of game designers and curriculum designers, and we work with teachers at Quest to Learn to help them develop the curriculum and to design games that are played in the classroom. Part of what we do is to identify pieces of content that students tend to have trouble learning or picking up. And when those areas come up, we work as a team to brainstorm ways that we can design a game that will help kids to better understand and really learn and remember these content areas.
Mission Lab is something as a structure within a school that does not exist in any other school that I know of. The support that it gives teachers, I think, especially at a public school, makes it extremely unique. It's just a place where teachers can really be creative and are really encouraged to be creative with their curriculum, and also a space of collaboration.
It is an amazing experience because you not only have three heads working together, but you have three heads that bring such wonderful different knowledge and skills to the table that you end up with products that wouldn't have ever appeared if it was just three teachers working together, three curriculum designers, or three game designers.
The teacher obviously comes with the content expertise in terms of what is mandated to be taught, and then through group meetings and discussions with the curriculum developers and game designers, you start to flesh out possible ideas and directions to go to teach the content.
The space that we offer is just like physically a kind of a necessary place for teachers to go to. That's not like a faculty room. It's a place where they can go and think, not just go and chill. And we are there to help them think.
In terms of knowing what the teacher wants to teach, I have some ideas in my mind already. But then the teacher comes up with something else which is very close to that. So I say, oh, actually, I was thinking the same. So when I see that connection happening, like we are almost on the same wavelength, then I see, oh, we should at least try to prototype this idea and see what happens.
When the collaboration works, it's more successful in the classroom because the teacher feels ownership over it.
You see kids excited. They're jumping out of their seats, they're yelling, they're talking about triangles and Pythagorean theorem, and you can just see the energy in the classroom. I call it controlled chaos. It is a lot of noise, but very specific noise geared towards learning goals. So it's this amazing time in a classroom where you know learning's going on at the same time that the students are having fun.
We're not just playing the games for no reason. We have like a goal in mind. So our goal for the day may be to learn like certain Spanish words. So like we played Clue once, but it was a Spanish clue. And the object was to learn how to say different Spanish foods. So by playing the game, we were able to pick up the language and speak it by the end of the class.
At first, you're like, oh man, the second these kids hear game, their minds change and they start to, get a little excited, they talk, they don't listen as much. And that's true. And from a kid's perspective, every time they've experienced games, it's been in a more lax environment where, they're supposed to have fun, they're not worrying about rules or anything else. So as the teacher, it's your job to present the game in such a way that, yeah, we're having fun, we're learning, but at the same time, although you're enjoying this game, you're still in a classroom, and the ultimate goal is not only to have fun, but to learn what we're trying to teach you.
One of the things that gives games so much power in teaching kids is that games really encourage you to just keep trying. This seems like a perfect fit with when you're teaching kids, to teach them in a safe environment and encourage them to just try without fearing failure.
Oftentimes the teachers bring up ideas that we never thought of. And so it changes the direction of where we're going in a particular brainstorm, or with a play test of a game, the teacher's feedback may then shift the redesign of that game.
One block, you need to touch that with one of your units or variables. So if it's touching, then you can attack and you can use that.
Mission Lab is in our meeting times, are prompts for teacher learning and teacher reflecting on their next steps and their long-term planning. It's very easy to get caught in the day-to-day as a teacher and planning for the next day or maybe the next week or maybe 2 weeks down the road, but we try to force the long-term vision, and while it can be a pain sometimes too, teachers do appreciate it in the long run.
There's sort of a trajectory to understanding the nature of the collaboration, and so teachers who have been here since the beginning are very protective of their relationship with the curriculum team. Curriculum meeting times are kind of like times that are never touched unless they really have to be, and teachers protect that more than anybody else does.
Games can be considered almost like a second language, universal language for the world, because those are experiences that a lot of people go through and they connect to, maybe in similar ways. And so there is already some kind of connection there. So if something is working here, I don't see why something like this wouldn't work in other places.